So today I called you to come and be part of this video because I realized that I haven't introduced you to my channel. Like, you've been in my videos, but I haven't introduced you. And a question I get asked a lot is, how did we meet? And I thought maybe today we could just talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
What do you think?
Sure.
So, how did we meet? Long story short, through a mutual friend. The long part of the story is that it was around end of 2018. I was looking for a part-time job in a creative field. Our mutual friend was like, well, you know, there's this girl who works in video editing. They had offered me a job not long ago. Maybe you want to check it out. And then that's when we got in contact, and I sent you, it was an Instagram DM, because like that's how she connected us. It was more like professionally when we met.
Yeah.
We weren't really expecting anything. Around that time I was still in a relationship as well, and I met you to have a little bit of a chit chat, see if I was right for the job, for you to make a recommendation or something. They weren't really looking for people at that moment. And then we didn't talk for like months. So that's how we originally kind of met. Like months later is when I guess things really started to flow.
So I had a show on YouTube and I invited LGBTQ guests and talked about like life, work, bunch of stuff. There are not a lot of openly queer people in Japan, so I asked her if she wanted to come join the show, and she said yes. So we met up again when we shoot the video, and you know, we shot the video, and after that was when at that time you were single, right?
Yeah, that's when like afterwards you were like, so how you been? And I was like, actually I'm single. She was like, oh, well, I have a show coming up in a month and it'll be really cool if you come see it. This was before I even released any music. I was just making music on my own, and I was really curious to, see like a live performance from someone that I knew. And also I really liked their music. So it was really, really cool. I don't know why, but I decided to turn up by myself.
Well, like I didn't think you would come because I only had one ticket. So like I didn't know if you would come by yourself. Yeah, you turned up.
I did. I turned up by myself. Really, I had no idea what to expect. I literally just wanted to show my support. I had no idea how even like it was going to be an event like that. There was like a lot of other artists. It was a good time when there was like a lot of people performing. I did end up meeting people that I did know. It was really nice just to reconnect with them. And then also that's when Ami introduced me to a lot of people that now mean a lot in my life as well. Choco-chan. Not only is she my producer now, but she's also like one of my very good friends. But nothing really happened since then, right?
Yeah, I mean, like you went home early.
I did, but because so there was like this one person that was there, and like this girl just seemed, I don't know, for me just seemed to be very into like Ami, or that's like the kind of energy of feeling that I got. And the last thing I want to do is get in between lovers or whatever is going on, and
there was nothing going on.
Did you just spill coffee? I can clean it up afterwards. I thought that there was something going on because, not only was Ami very busy with, talking to like fans and doing like all your like work related stuff, this girl just constantly was like there, and I don't know, for me it just seemed that there was someone else involved, and I was like, well, I don't even know if this girl's interested in me, like she just might have been really friendly.
I felt bad, so I asked her if she likes pizza.
And I was like, I love pizza. What you talking about? Who doesn't love pizza?
And then we went to Pizza Slice.
Yeah, we went to Pizza Slice.
Yeah.
I have a whole video like on Pizza Slice, so I'll just add it on a tag here. And then the next day we met again.
Because you wanted to hang out.
I wanted to hang, cause I found out that she lived really close to me. So I was so excited to actually hang out with people in my area, like be able to actually use my bike and ride to like someone's house, or like go to Nakameguro or something that wasn't like too far away. Well, you had breakfast that day and then we had like coffee and we walked a lot.
Yeah.
We walked a lot. That was a very nice day. It was so warm. That's where we discovered like new restaurants that we loved.
Taco place, ne?
That taco place is so good.
Taco Fanatico.
By that time, we kind of like figured that we had an attraction for each other, that we were, you know, liked each other.
But then I went to LA right after.
Yes, you did, for 2 weeks.
2 weeks, ne?
And I was like, what do I do with my life? I'm kidding. I was going through a very...
But you were seeing someone else too.
Yeah, I was seeing like, no, what? I was seeing other people, but we kept contact whilst you were in LA. Like, you know, we chatted. It just kind of like really, like the way that our relationship kind of grew was really natural. Like nothing was even forced. Like after like a couple of weeks only, I told Ami that I wasn't seeing anybody else, that I just wanted to see her, but I didn't want to like put any like labels on us. Just kind of like go with the flow. That lasted for like almost 3 months.
Yeah.
It was like around summer.
So I had a show, another show, and I put her on a guest list. But in order to do it, I asked the organizer, can I put my girlfriend on the list? And then when I told her that, she was like, oh, what do you mean?
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, you put me down as a girlfriend. Okay. Oh, that's interesting, because the event that I went last night, there was like this person that was just being a bit pushy, and I was like, well, I'm here with my girlfriend. I felt really comfortable saying those words. Like, so no one really like asked each other, you know, which is the first time for me, because I always like, there's always like the question, do you want to be my girlfriend?
Well, like, it's so interesting how like we have cultural difference, because like in Japan, Japanese people ask the other person to be their partner like right away, like without dating, but in other countries
it's a bit different.
It's different, like they date for a long time first and then become couple, well,
especially because like I come from like a Brazilian culture, and we have like stages. We have maybe, you know, 3 stages, which is pegar, ficar, and namorar. Pegar is just basically like a one night stand kind of thing, but you know, you might see each other here and there. Ficar is when you're doing that for a longer period of time, but you also still might be seeing other people, and that can like last for months. Like when you get into a relationship, it's like okay, this is a commitment, you know?
Because it's also like, for me, it's my first time dating non-Japanese person.
Basically, I was not Ami's like type. The food differences, traditions, and all that kind of stuff, and also like certain habits that I had. You know, like I used to be a smoker. I used to be. I don't smoke anymore, by the way. Not because of her, because of my own willpower. You know, you're not the first Japanese person that I date. The thing that's different though about you is that you're very, in a way I actually thought that you were American. I thought you were like Asian American, because you know your English is fluent, the culture. Yeah.
Well, because I lived in LA for like 6 years.
Yeah, so I think that really does help, because it's not like there was like maybe too much of a shock. And then there's the fact that I've been here for 6-7 years now, and I've experienced like living in Japan. But that's really how we met. It was very natural. I was very, I don't know, I think I consider myself very lucky. You know, I found the most incredible person. Just in general, like finding open people here, open, especially women, it's a lot more difficult. I'm very, very happy. I found not only someone that I really connect well with, but who also inspires me every day, you know? But if you guys have any questions for us, we could do a Q&A. What do you say? Yeah? Yeah, it's good. So leave us any questions down below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!